changes currently going on right now with the Canada immigration. You really need to avail yourself with lots of information and resources, because when you are informed and you have the knowledge of what is going on, how it will affect you, what changes it will make, or what changes will be impacted on your visa application. For those of you who are trying to apply to study in Canada, or you're trying to immigrate to Canada through one way or the other, or for you who is already inside of Canada and is trying to navigate from one particular program to another particular program. Information is the key. Information is the key, because when you are informed, then you'll be able to re-strategize.
But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, maybe you'll get.
Hello, precious diamonds. Welcome to another video. Welcome to today's video, guys. I'm so glad to have you guys here with me today, despite the fact that I'm not too happy. Yes, I'm not too happy, like I'm not smiling too much, because the changes in the Canada immigration is not making us to smile. Like, we are not happy at all about these changes, okay, guys? So lots of changes has been happening, lots of changes, new recent changes has been happening with the Canada immigration, especially with today's video that I'm making, which is the breaking news. All right, so I'll be giving to you all of the changes that has happened, that will be starting soon, and how it's going to affect you and what you should do. The number one change is that there's going to be like a 10% reduction in the number of study permits that is being approved in a year. So in 2024, the government of Canada decided that they will be approving only 485,000 study permits in a year. All right, and that was for this year, 2024. But now they are saying that next year, being 2025, there's going to be a 10%, another 10% reduction for 2025, which is going to amount to 437,000 study permits being approved, and compare or in contrast with the 485,000 would be given this year. So what is the solution? What should you do? What you should do is this: apply for your study permit on time, so that when your visa is not approved and reasons is given for why your visa is not approved, you will be able to reapply again, correcting your mistakes, correcting your errors. Does that make sense? Yes, try to apply on time. Apply on time so that you might even have time to reapply again, especially when the errors that needs to be fixed are minor things that you can easily do. But keeping faith and hope alive, you guys will get it this time when you apply for your study permits for 2025. You guys remember earlier on, like I think earlier this year, when the provincial attestation stuff was like going on, everybody's trying to get attestation and all of that. Yes, it worked out. Lots of people got their attestation, you know. Like, it was really a testimony when we go to the comment section of those videos I made, and people were getting their attestation, and some of them actually got their visa approved. A few people didn't get theirs, and they are actually working on those corrections, and we are hoping that next year they will get their visas approved. So earlier this year, when the law was made, it was stated that for people who are going for master's program or people who are going for doctorate wouldn't need an attestation letter. So basically, PAL was only for people who are going to colleges and for undergraduates. So with the breaking news that I am releasing today, whether you are coming for your master's program or you are coming for your doctorate, you are no longer exempted from the PAL, okay? You are required to get your attestation letter, which is your PAL. I will say it again, just like I said earlier on, when people who are going for undergraduate studies program and people who are going for the diploma program were trying to get theirs, they were panicking and all of that. You don't need to panic. It is not your job. It is not your duty to apply for the attestation, okay? Your school is going to enroll you. Your school is going to do everything, all right? At the right time, you are going to get your PAL, and with that PAL you will then be able to apply for your study permit. Okay, so make sure, like I said for the first point, make sure you apply for your admission on time so that you can be able to give room for logistics and solving all of these issues. And the earlier you get your attestation, the better for you. You would be able to apply for your visa on time. Then for postgraduate work permit eligibility, guys, before now, so basically when you are done with school, you apply for your postgraduate work permit, and everybody gets postgraduate work permits. You don't need to write IELTS, you don't need to write CELPIP. But today, the news is saying you need to get a CLB benchmark of 7, okay, for masters and for doctorate, and then for undergraduate courses, diploma, you need to get a benchmark CLB of 4. So what does that mean? That means that before you graduate from school, precious diamonds, start preparing for your CELPIP or your IELTS. All right. So, for example, people who will be graduating this December, I have friends that are graduating this December. They are already booked for writing their CELPIP and IELTS in this month of September. All right. So, what is the idea? The idea is if you write it and in a particular band, you are not able to meet the requirement, you will then go ahead to write again next month. So I think, in my own opinion, 3 months to when you will be graduating, start applying for your language test. If you want to choose the IELTS, it's okay. If you want to choose the CELPIP, it's also okay. All right, try to start writing these exams so that if you're not able to meet up with a particular band score in a particular section, you still have more time to write that exam again. So for the CELPIP, it's $280 without tax, but with tax it amounts to $322 or something like that. And I think also IELTS should be within that range. I don't know if IELTS is up to $380, but people are kind of skeptical about writing the CELPIP because they are used to IELTS. But I think the CELPIP is actually more easier in my own opinion. So take your time, go through some like practice quiz on YouTube for CELPIP and IELTS and see which one you would go for. So just have it in the back of your mind now that you need to get a CLB of 7 in your CELPIP before you can get your postgraduate work permit. So it is now an eligibility. But don't worry, it's like it doesn't actually spoil things for you, because whether you like it or not, after your postgraduate work permit or while you are in your postgraduate work permit, you still need to write your CELPIP when you're going to apply for your PR, right? So it's also okay, because either way you are still going to write it. Okay, so don't let that bug you. So that's why I'm making that video, so you know how it affects you, so you don't panic and you are relaxed. Then for the spouse open work permits. Also, before now, people who come into Canada to study a 1-year master's program, which is usually for 1 year, and upon calculation, it's not even 1 year, it's like 9-10 months or max 10.5 months, not even up to 11 months. So before now, they can come with their spouses and children, like they can sponsor all members of the family. They can agree to come together as a family, or they might decide to come after the order, like the applicant, the student comes first, and then the spouse and the kids come in a few months' time. But with the breaking news that I'm sharing today, effective from November 1, 2024, you will not be able to sponsor your spouse. You will not be able to sponsor your children. You won't be able to come with your family if you are doing any program that is less than 16 months. In other words, you automatically have to go for a 2 years master's degree program before you can be able to make an open work permit for your spouse. So what does that mean to you, or what does that tell you, or what you should know? It means that subsequently from now onwards, if you are applying for a master's program and you are married, if you are applying for a master's program, you are married and you want your kids and your spouse to join you, try to go for a master's program that is above 16 months, or there is a minimum of 16 months. Basically, a 2 years master's degree program. If you are single and you are not married and you don't have plans of getting married within the next 1 year, then it's okay for you to go for a master's program for 1 year, because after that you just need postgraduate work permit, and if you meet the CLB of 7, you get your work permit, and after that you can go ahead to apply for your PR and get your PR, and only then when you get your PR you will be able to sponsor your family. So all of these changes is just because they believe that the Canadians are unemployed. Okay, so the unemployment rates for the Canadian citizens themselves has, kind of like increased, and they are looking for ways, to fix this, to ensure that more immigrants do not come into the country to get the jobs that these Canadian citizens would get. So as a result, they have to put all of these caps to ensure that we don't come into the country much, and opportunities is given to the Canadian citizens who are born here, who grew up here, and all of that. But that notwithstanding, my precious diamond, like I said, information, knowledge is power. Now you have seen all of the changes, you have seen the way I analyze them. This should give you a clue of how you should go about, making your plans. You need to re-strategize. In my own opinion, I've explained to you what I think you should do and how you should go about it. And I pray and I hope that as you re-strategize, everything works out for you. Do not give up. Do not give up. Guys, do you know, I applied for a study permit in Australia. I was rejected. I got like 3 admissions in 3 different schools. I was rejected. And then I applied for Canada, the first one. I was rejected. I won my second one. That was when I was approved. So don't take your first refusal as a rejection. No. Like they say, justice might be delayed, but it can't be denied, or something like that. So also, your coming to Canada might only be delayed, but it will not be denied. As long as you stand firm, as long as you are focused, as long as you stay determined, my precious diamond. So on this note, I would like to tell you that all fingers crossed, keep hope alive. I believe and I have faith that you guys will be here in Canada. And for every other one who is already here in Canada, I know that in due time you're going to graduate, get your work permit, we all will get a permanent resident, and we all will be getting our citizenship as well. Okay guys, if you're watching this video till this time, please click on the like button. Remember to subscribe, like, and share this video with everyone that you know. Put it on all the social media platforms that you know, my precious diamonds, and I will see you in the next video. With everything that I've said, if you have any questions relating to this or outside of this, kindly put everything in the comment section and I will answer all of your questions. And if you have any experience you would like to share with us, or more suggestions, or what you think we can do to improve ourselves, educate ourselves, and get more knowledge, insight on how to tackle this, let us know what you think in the comment section as well. And I'll see you all in the next video. Until then, take good care and bye.
But if I lay down